Heidi Rome, and her chapter is on Ask for Wisdom, Walk in Love. And it's, as you know, you've already read the chapter. It's a beautiful chapter. So welcome, Heidi.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah. Can you please tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Well, where do I begin? But I will I will start with the journey that brought me to this chapter, in that I have two wonderful sons, and my younger guy, Ethan, has severe autism. So he's a non-speaker, a dysregulated nervous system, and that diagnosis put me on this life-changing journey that taught me, man, you have to ask for wisdom on this journey.
Yeah.
So that's the backup to what brought me here.
Okay. Sounds like you have a great family. So when you look back at the key moments of synchronicity in your story, which one still takes your breath away?
The main one that changed my life was the one in which my son, Ethan, the autistic son, who has very little spoken language but can type, using certain assistive technologies that empower him to communicate what's locked within him. There was a conversation with him that changed my life that I had not seen coming. Yet I recognize now that life was delivering it and prepping me for that moment in time, linear time, and yet I recognize was actually a fullness of ripening, and it was all time in one moment, and that one continues to take my breath away.
Nice. Yeah, it's those moments that truly take our breath away that are the most sacred, I think. Yes. So what did asking for wisdom look like for you in the middle of grief, uncertainty, and fear?
Asking for wisdom is not always pretty. I think most of us are not asking nicely. We're screaming for it, demanding it. I need it now. I want it now. Where are you now? Wisdom. And what's really funny about that is that often wisdom has been walking along with us all along, quietly. And because it was quiet and spoon-fed, we haven't always recognized, oh, you mean it's here for me to use.
All along.
What do you know? And it didn't come in screaming, here I am. You know, so that's, I think, how it often shows up.
Yeah. So how did your understanding of love shift through your journey with your son and your faith?
My understanding of love really shifted in that I had been laboring under a very leaden burden that to love someone meant you fix them. I thought they were the same thing. I thought that when you loved someone, you fix them, and that fixing was an act of love, because if you love someone and you care about them and you see what's possible for them, isn't it then your job to, hey, do that, change that, get better at that? That thing that's not so good, which I say is not so good, let's get rid of that and you can change and fix it. And so certainly with autism, I thought my child was broken and it's my job to fix him. And I thought that I would demonstrate my love by doing that. And my understanding then shifted completely when we had this incredible conversation in which I said to him, in the context of this consciousness and wisdom and connection with all there is. And in that moment said, what can I do to help you? After so many years of fixing. And he typed to me, you just have to love me. And that is your job. The rest is my job to do. So he didn't type, your job is to your job is to love me. He didn't say your job is to fix me, change me, make me different from how I am. And so my job was now not to fix and change and steal his sovereignty over his own life. That even with special needs, he is the hero of his own journey, as we all are, as all human beings are.
I love the way you put that.
Thank you.
You know, especially, you know, that agency is really our biggest power, or greatest power that we have. And when we take that and we kind of usurp that agency of someone else, yes, we're actually removing their sovereignty.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the opposite of
the way you put that. It is. It is. And truly, acceptance is really the greatest love of all.
Exactly. Acceptance of what is. That you are perfect as you are. You are as you are made to be. And I am here as we all are. We can only be a guide to someone we care about. Yeah. We can be a villain. We can, but we cannot be the hero.
That's right.
Because it's not mine to do.
Yeah, you mentioned that synchronicity is a form of divine guidance. How did you distinguish that quiet inner nudge from wishful thinking? Because they're so subtle. So how did you discern those two?
Well, I did a lot of wishful thinking that didn't work, because the wishful thinking is very linked to the fixing. You know, if I do this thing, I will make everything okay. Yeah. That will change what is, and all will be well. And I can be happy again, conditionally. It's all conditional. And so the realization was, well, wait a minute. I need to find my path unconditionally. So that was what I eventually learned.
That's a big lesson.
A huge lesson. It changes everything. And so in the honoring of another person and honoring their sovereignty and not fixing, recognizing that is loving, that is in fact the thing I was seeking, the wisdom I was seeking. So the wishful thinking is, I'm going to exert my own effort. And that did not work. Whereas wisdom, the payoff that tells you, I'm on the right track here, this is working, is all that feeling within, that inner guidance system that feels good. It feels like joy. It feels like yes, that's the thing you've been looking for, a recognition. You know, our brains are programmed, our bodies are programmed to recognize truth. Yes. We are made to find that which is lost. And when we drop a pencil and we look for it and then we see it, there's like a little shot of, I don't know what that is, dopamine, something gets, it's like, you found it. Good on you. Yay. Imagine that 1,000-fold when it's not drop a pencil, but it's strengthen your relationship with your child instead of harming. That's dropping a lot of pencils and finding a lot of pencils.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, there's wisdom. There's wisdom, the not doing harm, the doing good, the win-win, the discovery of the win-win. Oh, that's a wonderful feeling. And that is wisdom. We found the way, knowing, having faith. There's a way. There's a way forward. I may not see it in this moment, but every step I take is another step I take. It brings me forward. And then the new vistas open that in that inch, things are different. I see things I hadn't seen an inch ago.
Yeah.
And that's wisdom too. And it feels really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what limiting beliefs were dismantled for you through the unexpected signs and symbols that showed up?
Well, that it was my job to fix was a limiting belief. That the false belief above all in this chapter was the false belief that wisdom is outside of me. Somebody else has it, not me.
Mm-hmm.
The experts have it. The teachers, the doctors, the therapists, the lecturers, the whomever. They have answers I don't have. Now, do they have a lot of information? Yes. Do I want a lot of that information? Yes. But the gut decision of what's right in this moment, in this situation, I have that wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That still voice
Yep.
that we're all born with. That is the power we all have when we're still and we listen and it's quiet. Back to what you were talking about before, Pam. It's quiet. And when we listen to the quiet wisdom that we've been given all along, and it's like, oh no, that's too easy. That's too obvious. That can't be. That can't be the real thing.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be harder than this.
It's got to be harder.
Yes.
If it's really true, it has to be hard and painful.
Yes.
And I did hard and painful.
Mm-hmm.
Because we feel like if it's, no pain, no gain, it's not hard and painful. It can't be working.
That's right. The work is supposed to be hard.
Work is hard, and hard work is the key to every success. And who said that? Who programmed that into us?
Yeah.
Like that's so not true. So not true.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, what if that ease and flow is one of the signs of the inner guidance system? Oh, this road does not have all the potholes.
That's right. That's right.
This feels better to ride on.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to say, I prefer this one.
Yeah, exactly. So, how did your faith evolve through this journey? Not just your belief in God, but trust in yourself and your own intuition. And how did those two come together? That trusting God was in actuality learning to trust yourself, and growing that relationship between you and God, and that faith.
That's a great question, because I was super angry with God for a long time. And I always believed in God, and I thought, I'm not getting this right. And God and I did not have a good relationship. I was blaming and angry, and it was not pretty. And I didn't know how to fix it. And nonetheless, despite all those feelings, God continued to send me wisdom, which I ignored but didn't throw away. I didn't realize that as things were happening, they were getting stored away, little things. And that's really my chapter is about a piece of wisdom that was sent to me when I was 9 years old about King Solomon and his wisdom. And I'm thinking, oh, he asked for wisdom, and then God says, okay, great answer. You get everything, riches, you get whatever you want. Yep. And I'm like, Mr. Goody Two Shoes. And I came to realize, oh my goodness, over time, he was right. That was the right answer. Mm-hmm. Ask for wisdom, and not that you'll get everything as a reward. You'll get everything because everything is the outgrowth of wisdom.
Yeah.
That when you have wisdom and you do the right thing in the right moment, in the right time, with the right person, well, then you do have the ease and flow. And you do make the best, most empowered decisions and have all the abundance that has your name on it. Mm-hmm. It will come. And that was the realization of a piece of wisdom that was handed to me. And then I noticed the memory of it kept coming back. And eventually, as I describe, I realized that wasn't just about King Solomon. Hello.
Yes.
It was meant to be for me too. Mm-hmm. Anyone who reads it can say, how does that apply to my life?
Yes. That is wisdom question.
Right?
Like anything that we are learning, it's the key question is, how does this apply to me? Because a lot of times what you're experiencing, I can take even a slice of that and say, yeah, this is what applies to me.
Absolutely. And the fact is, my story is about my son with autism. That happens to be the portal, the difficult circumstance that the material was delivered to me. But you don't have to have a kid with autism to have learned, holy cow, get out of your own way.
Yeah.
Apply all this learning through the generations and through people and all that you've encountered. Wherever the wisdom comes from, learn from it. Learn from it. Don't say, oh, I don't have an autistic kid. That doesn't apply to me. No, wrong. It happens to be the detail of my story, but your story has different detail, but the lesson, King Solomon, still applies to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what would you say to someone who feels the signs they're waiting for just aren't coming?
Oh, I have compassion for that person, because I think we are all that person. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting answers. And what I would say is, have courage, human being. And what if you just play with the idea that you've been getting lots of clues all along, but it's about recognizing them, getting out of our own way.
Do you think our microwave lifestyle, fast food, we whatever we want, pretty much, I mean, this is the fullness of times when we have access to pretty much anything that we want, that it sometimes gets in the way of that finding those signs and being patient when sometimes we don't see those signs, those synchronicitous moments, because they don't always line up exactly in a row. It's you're a little, they're a little, and line upon line, precept upon precept, as we're ready for them.
Well, I think you're right. I think that as, we're programmed a certain way, and we talk about often we think that there are no answers. It's because it doesn't look like what we expected.
Yeah.
And we expected it because of, to your point, of how we've been learned and what we expect, and it has to be fast, and it has to come from this one, and it has to whatever, cost this, do that, be here, from there, whatever conditions we think are connected to this wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And what if we just surrender and say, do a thought experiment? Albert Einstein, all his theories were, he sat back and what if I got rid of all assumptions?
Yeah.
What if, time was not, stagnant or whatever, however he phrased it in his way. Oh, I don't know what happens with time. I don't know what happens with mass. I don't know what happens with the spirit. I don't know. Let's play a game here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, holy moly. The universe can look like all these crazy things, but look what it means.
Yeah.
It means we're all vibration. We're all energy. So that's an opportunity to say, all right, it's all out here. I'm part of it all. What part do I want? I want the part that feels good. I want the part that resonates. I want the part that's wise. I want the part that's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe it doesn't look like what I thought it would look like. But what if the wisdom is here all along? You remember those games we would play as kids, hot, cold, you're getting warmer, you're getting warmer. No, you're getting cold.
No.
So cold. No,
I
wait.
remember, yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, life is like that too.
Yeah.
And we often have no idea where the heck did you put that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're following the hot and the cold.
Yeah.
And have fun with it. Can we give ourselves a break? Does everything have to be so heavy?
Yeah, exactly.
Even autism.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the humor here? Where can I play with this? Where can I take it lightly?
Yeah.
Not make it a big deal. Not make it so heavy.
That's such a beautiful segue into my next question, because what role has your son played in helping you walk in love, especially on the hard days?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's when it feels really hard, I can say to myself, what are my thoughts right now? Why does it feel so hard? And usually when it feels bad, there's a belief, to your prior questions. Yeah. There's a belief in there that's causing pain. Like the belief it was my job to fix him was agonizing because I couldn't fix him. Yeah. So I was a failure. That did not feel good. Mm-hmm. And so when Ethan typed, "You just have to love me," and that is your job, the rest is my job to do, I felt so good. I took a deep breath, my first deep breath in 11 years. And there was like a wave of relief over me.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on what I can't do, focus on what I can. Oh, does that feel good? Oh, does that feel empowering? And then it's, what else can I do? What else can I do? What I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. It was the train. Yes, mm-hmm. I can. Yes, I can. Yeah. Instead of I can't do this. And oh my God, another thing I can't do. And another thing and another thing. And I was gaining momentum in the I can't. But when I started momentum with I can. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, when you come from love, there are no mistakes. There's only learning.
Yeah.
If something doesn't work, oh well. Oh well.
Yep.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Let's try something else.
That's right. If I'm not winning, I'm learning.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
was that Kobe Bryant. I've never lost a game. I either won or I learned.
Yep.
Isn't that a way to live a happier life?
Hmm.
Whatever you're facing.
Yeah, exactly. So, how do you cultivate wisdom and awareness in your daily life now?
I think about wisdom every day. And I think in everything that shows up, in every person I meet, in every challenge I have, in every goal I have, what can I learn from this? What is the wisdom in this? Either to do or not to, have or avoid. Do it, don't do it. In every challenge, where is the wisdom which is linked to where is the love? Where is the win-win? What can I keep and what should I let go of? Without judgment, without anger, to say, okay, that doesn't serve me. That's okay. They're not wrong. It's just not for me right now. And take it from there. I look for wisdom every day, and there's plenty to be had.
Yes, definitely. So, if someone's listening today and they're longing for clarity or hope, what would you want them to know about synchronicity and surrender?
I would remind them that, like all human beings, we are made in God's image. We are co-creators with the divine of any name, by whatever name we name that which is bigger than ourselves. And the odds against you being you, I think it's Mel Robbins, 1 in 400 trillion. She quoted a study they figured out from the beginning of creation, all your ancestors and how many generations and the odds of each person and how many eggs and how many sperm and nations of the earth. 1 in 400 trillion against your being you right now.
Yeah.
And that's not an accident. You are meant to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy it and make the most of it and be filled with the wonder of that. Trust that synchronicity is your friend, is your guide, is operating right now in front of you. That if you are hearing these words right now, you're meant to. They're meant to encourage you. And for you to ask yourself, enjoy. What would make me happy? What would bring me bliss? That is your purpose on this planet, is to be joyful, do good in the world, and be of service to others and yourself. Because when we're in service to others, we're automatically in service to ourselves. And when we're in service to ourselves, we are at our best to do more for others.
So profound. Thank you so much, Heidi. And thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much. A pleasure to be here with you.